Hello and welcome everyone, I'm James Rose and this is Imperator Rome. I saw just recently that they put out a new update, 1.3, and I had a look and it looked pretty good. I played Imperator Rome at launch. I played it for about 30 hours. I wasn't playing games too much at the time. I got about 30 hours in, got a bit bored and put it to the side, knew they'd do some updates, and I thought I'd try and pick it up again now. So here we are. Now Paradox, with them having put out the newest update, that's not what I want, have been paying YouTubers to do some sponsored videos. I'm not one of those. Paradox wouldn't pay me, I'm a nobody. So what you can get from me is an absolutely honest and unfiltered opinion on how the game is in its current state. I don't have any particular plans for any goals in mind for this game. We are going to play as the fledgling state of Rome, taking its first steps to glory, and we'll see how that goes. I'll be honest, I did quite enjoy the game when it originally came out. I played as Rome then. I conquered about half of Spain, Carthage, Italy, the Greece area, and I was pushing into Phrygia. Oh, it was about there or thereabouts was where I was at before I stopped playing. They've done quite a lot to the game since then, and I'm by no means an expert, so we will take a little bit of time picking it up. So, let's see what we can take from our starting screen. First off, we'll put Iron Man mode on. I will be playing on normal. I don't really care about the genders of the people in the game, so I'll just be leaving that as historical. Government. We are an aristocratic republic. I'm assuming that's what Rome was at this point in time. My knowledge of Rome is so-so. I'd hardly call myself an expert, but I would say I know a lot more than the average person. We're Hellenic, culture's Roman. We have, you can have two consuls now, which is pretty cool. Our consul is Publius. Okay, so me saying the names in this is going to be great. Let's just go with Publius, and then our co-consul is also Publius. So I should probably learn how to say some of the names. So Sophus and Saverio. We'll go with Sophus and Saverio. These guys are in charge. This guy's got like a half white afro, and this guy's got a receding hairline. A whole 399 people are in our empire. A pop doesn't represent a single person, but we might as well pretend it does. We have 23 territories, and we have some feuderaries, which are basically our bitches. So, let's jump in. Rome for YouTube. Let's go with that. Start. Senatus Populusque Romanus. That. For over 20 years, the nascent... Oh, there's going to be so many words in this game I can't say, isn't there? The nascent Roman Republic has fought a harsh campaign against the Samnite people to the south. Although victory often seemed far from our grasp, the war ended in Rome's favour, resulting in the liberation of the important Greek city of Neapolis. The Samnites, however, having retreated to lick their wounds, are far from defeated. In the north, the Etruscan, we'll go with that, people eye the expansion of the Republic with apprehension. To the south, myriad Greek states plot behind one another's back, all the while appealing to their benefactors in Greece for aid. On the far-flung island of Sicily, the foreign invasion of the mysterious Carthaginian Empire threatens to upset the precarious balance of power in the region. Will Rome rise victorious, or fall to internal strife and barbaric hordes? The fate of the Republic rests in your hands. For the Republic. Sure, okay, so here we are. We have 12,000 troops, and they have an apple. They have a bitten apple. I'm guessing that's the new food mechanic. I'm somewhat half aware of some of the new mechanics in the game since launch. So, what I will be doing, I will be taking my time and going through things, so if that's not what you like in grand strategy games, I'm not quite sure why you're into grand strategy games, but these videos may not be for yourself. So, we have a number of pop-ups, but I'm just going to go through all of the tabs one at a time, I think. So that's a macro builder, those are buildings we can make, those are more things I can make, those are soldiers. I don't think that's changed too much, so that is good. There are now different types of ship. I'm pretty sure there's only one type of ship when I at launch. And resources. Okay. Serialization, 45%. I don't think that's too bad considering it's 450 AD. Is it AD? Can't remember what the thing for the Roman calendar is. We'll go with that. Okay, so considering I don't know what I'm doing, let's pick some ideas. Military, and oratory. So morale of armies is good. Shipbuilding cost doesn't matter. Reinforcement seed and army morale recovery. I'm going to go with... Okay, we have 100... Oh, that's political influence. I was going to say oratory power. No. We have 100 political influence. I'm guessing this is quite important, but I also believe it's probably important to spend it straight up. So we're going to grab those, and then we're going to grab one of these. Monthly corruption down's probably good. Oh, loyalty. I remember loyalty is very important. So we will be taking that one. Government. Okay, so we have Sophus and Saverino. Saverio. Those guys are in charge. One is slightly more popular than the other. His stats are pretty good, to be fair. We have a candidate. He's from the military faction. Oh, government interact with buttons everywhere. So we have the civic faction, the military faction, the mercantile faction, the religious faction, and the populist faction. I remember the populists are the ones you don't want in charge generally. Rome pays political points and gains build cost down and populist faction influence. I don't want that. And the other things require more political points. We also need to have done other things to get these. Need to enact various laws, I guess, probably. We can endorse different factions. Yeah, I don't think that's too important right now. Offices. Okay, so are the people in the offices competent? Now, I see. So you have an effective rating of 1 at 30%. At their peak, they will be 5. So how do they decide the percentage? Because I thought it was to do with loyalty, but your loyalty is quite high, whereas you're only getting 1 out of 5. Oops. Government screen, show officers. So if I... Okay, it only shows base. It doesn't show what it will be if I actually put them in office. So you are the best, but you're a populace. Military faction being in there wouldn't be a bad thing. You're also loyal. More loyal than this guy. This is our aggressive expansion change, so that is important. So I'm going to put you in. There we go. You're a lot better. Let's see. 6 is not too bad. You only have 2 out of 6, which isn't good. What is this? National tax. Money is obviously important in every grand strategy game. Can we get... This guy's not super loyal. Does it hurt their loyalty if I put them in and out of office? I think it probably does. This guy's more loyal and has the same stat. You also have a bit... oh yeah, you all have popularity. You also have some prominence. Let's put you in. Can't remember if that's better. You're getting only 1 out of 6, so let's replace you. Scorned family. Okay. Is there anyone of more... Ooh, what's green? Oh, sorry, blue rather. Blue is also a scorned family. I think the issue with the families is you have to have so many people in certain offices. So... Let's see. Can I put somebody from a scorned family here and have them be half competent? Not really. I've probably just messed this up basically at this point. No, I didn't mean to dismiss him, damn it. You're in there. Okay. You're not great, I just put you in, didn't I? Can I get someone better? You're very disloyal. This person? You're slightly better. You You're all pretty pants, honestly. This guy. Okay, I don't think I improved that too much there. It's kind of not obvious. It's not super obvious where this comes from. So, like, how do I make them better at their job? Having a read through, I can't see anything that obviously indicates what actually affects these things. Oh, we'll come back to it. I'm sure some of you in the comments will tell me why I'm awful at this game. We need political points and stability in order to make changes to laws. We could, our stability is ticking up. I believe political influence always ticks up. It's just the rate at which it does. I don't think changing the laws right now is too important. That's morale of armies, that's good. Populist faction down, manpower recovery speed, corruption, religious happiness, freeman, aggressive expansion impact. Yeah, those all seem good to me. Could move on to the military. Okay, so these actual... No, this just represents all the different types of military units we can have. Supply train, that's new. That is just to help with food, I believe. Now, does having these units in Rome... I know it takes food from the capital. Okay, is going down monthly. I would guess the growth rate is affected by this. Where's the growth rate of the province? There is way too much stuff on this screen. Where, for someone who is not familiar. Maybe I should have done the tutorial. No. No tutorials. Tutorials are for the weak. We could put them over here where it doesn't really matter. Well, actually, no. I should probably... Actually, can we put someone from a scorned family in here to make them less scorned? You have a ranking of 6. We'll put you in there for now, and that should make you a bit happier. We'll come to you in a minute. Now, bottleneck is the best of those. Tech. We need to decide on what technologies we're going to be doing. Now, my researchers are probably generally incompetent like the rest of the people who work for me. So you're civic, so you have a civic score of 9. Oh, I see, it's this percentage that matters, isn't it? All of those seem okay to me. Yours is the lowest. Can I replace you with someone from... Oops. Can I replace you with someone from a scorned family? This guy's from a scorned family. You're probably going to be worse. Oh no, you're still getting a 60%. That's okay. So, we will leave you in, and that will hopefully make people less unhappy with me. I have disloyal characters, so I'm going to need to try and deal with them after moving some people around. So, what do we want? Ship damage is irrelevant. Starting experience, meh. Supply limit's pretty good. Money. Fabrication speed. Dip rep, omen power. Morale recovery, let's go with that. And now, what did I just spend to get that? Was it the research points? I thought I was picking on something for it to like go up over time. Whoops. Okay, let's look at our points. What did I spend just then? I didn't spend money, did I? No way. What here is something I want? Tax value, 5%. Oh, it does cost money. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we don't want to spend too much. Global monthly food modifier is probably something we want. And then I've run out of money. I've spent all my money on technology. That possibly wasn't the best idea. Now, blessings. We have fairly good religious unity. Our stability is so-so. I think it like 50 is just a standard now. It goes up between 0 and 100. So does clicking on one of these cost me something? Or is it pointless to do it? It probably does, I would have thought. Should we find out? So I want more morale. I'm looking at all of my things. No? Is it just that morale is now the thing until this time is over? Is that the case? I don't think anything's changed. So I guess I've just picked morale as the bonus for that time period. Money. Research points. I don't want to go low taxes. Free trade. Capital trade routes. That's pretty good. Import value versus export value. And okay, so whether I'm exporting more or importing more depends on which one I want to choose. I'll leave it as trading permits at the moment. This I can spend more on my army to not actually making much money per month at the moment, or I can spend less on my army to make them worse. I imagine the fleet is the same. Fort maintenance is again similar. I can spend more to make them better and spend less to make them worse. I can get the loyalty of characters up. That's pretty good. Or down. So that's economy, diplomacy. We have some people who are our vassals at the moment. We're exporting to Syracuse and we're importing grain from Latium. Not going to mess with diplomacy just yet. Decisions. These are all the things we can do. So these are all change government types. Expanding the campus meritus. Lose some money and we gain a bonus till the end of the game, which is fairly nice. Embellish the Temple of Jupiter. Again, spend money. The console gains popularity and we gain a bonus till the end of the game. Those both require us to have a nice little bit of money we don't have right now though. Now, we have some capital surpluses. These two are quite nice. Army maintenance cost isn't major. We're also exporting cloth. For the trade, I'll be honest, I kind of understood how the trade worked before, but I have no idea how it works right now. I think it was changed. Okay, so if I don't have that, we're accepting any trade automatically unless we just lose capital bonus. No, for now I will decide what trade I accept. I don't want to get trading with people right next to me in case I want to go to war with them. These are all our characters. We will have to deal with scorned families shortly, so we'll come back to that. Mercenary companies, does it show me where they are? Go to. Yeah, it does. Cool. And then this is what drew me back to the game, the missions. Because I like in games like this to... Although obviously the freedom is good, and you can completely ignore this. But I like to have some structure to this kind of thing. I find it more interesting if I'm not railroaded, but I'm given a path and I can get bonuses from following set path. It's for that reasons I like the missions in EU4, and I do like the trees in Hoi. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. But although the ones in Hoi are a bit restrictive. Okay, so Rome and Italia. Since the founding of Roma by Romulus hundreds of years ago, our proud city has skirmished with our Italic neighbours, vying for control of the coasts and cities in Latium and Campania. Our recent victories over the Etruscans and Samnites have proved our superiority, and it is clear it is Rome who is destined to unite the Italic peoples and lead them to glory. Completion. Conquer or subdue the Italian peninsula. Sounds like a good start. Okay, so this I can't do. We need 70 territories. If I were to get 70 territories, I can then just declare war on all of Italy. Or at least my states. But no, we want to go for one of these. Yeah, so by picking this, I then can't do this later. But if I pick this one, I can still do this one later. So, I see. So these two are mutually exclusive. This is attack our subjects. And this is make our subjects like us more, I think. But for now, what we want is claims on the Italian peninsula. So this is we wait a year. And then we get claims on all of Italy, and we get some military modifiers. So I'm going to click on that. That should now tick up over the next year. And in the meantime, we need to deal with some of our peeps. So you are Gnaeus Flavius. Alright, Flavius. You don't like me. What can I do to you? We can grant him holdings. He's part of the populace though, so we don't necessarily want to do that. We could throw some money at him as well. We could try and make friends. Might have to just ignore him for now. He's scheming against the head of the Fabi, who's likely to be the next consul. I don't think that matters too much right now. He doesn't have any friends, which is good. So we're going to ignore this man for now, I think. We have scorned families. Okay, so the issue is these are the major families in our nation, and they each need to hold so many important positions, I believe is how this works. Their power bases mean nothing to me. But, let's see. So because they're scorned, they're losing loyalty, and populist support is going up, is how I'm reading that. So they need to hold either government, research, and a governorship, or command of army and navy. Could I split my army in half and give them half of it each? No, what I can do is possibly give one of them command of a navy. So they're the Cornelia. It's the first name, isn't it? Is it not? Or should I just be... Okay, so... Sorry, I'm just trying to get the naming right. So should I just be looking at blue, yellow and red? Is that the easier way of doing this? So this guy is blue. There's also this guy who's red. Neither of them are anything special, so we'll put this guy in charge, and then we have one less scorned family. So you now need to either hold a governorship, or... I don't want to mess with the government seats anymore. So you are the one that controls here. Are you part of one of the major families? No, you're a minor character, which means I could replace you. However, you're actually really good. You're the consul. Can I make it so... Okay, this is what I wanted to see. Oh, so could I not give him control of this? This is actually in a different province. So, how would I go about... Change governor. You can't change the governor. That's not in the capital. Or am I looking at this wrong? So, that is the provinces. That said region though, didn't it? Region? Regions. Okay, so they govern over quite large areas. Got it. So we do only have territory in 2 regions right now. And I can't give control of a capital region to somebody else. So it's just here. You're quite good. I don't want to take you off, really. Was the guy I put in... No, the guy I put in charge of the army was part of one of the families, wasn't he? Yeah, the Fabi. So the only other option... Because from my understanding, you do really want to keep these guys happy. The only other option would be to have the Fabi take control of one of the offices here. You're pretty... Okay, you're a minor character and you're pretty bad at your job. You also have a high loyalty, so I kick you out, it's not the end of the world. This guy is part of the Fabi. And he's not any worse. And that got rid of that issue. Now, you are the leader of the populist faction. You don't like the current consul. This current loyalty isn't changing. So I can't do anything really about that. Next we have... Oh yeah, we have invention. We're always going to have inventions we can pick now that it's money, until we're absolutely swimming in riches. We have one import only. We have one import route that we can use. So, what do we already have here? Because having a surplus is what gives you bonuses. So, just by having the things, the province is getting bonuses, but if I get a surplus in my capital, I get other bonuses. So let's have a look. Salt. Surplus in the capital is army maintenance down, which is not bad. We already have a surplus of wine. Let's get a surplus of salt. We can import that from you. You're up here, so that's okay. Now, is there not a back button for that? So, I'm going to import some salt. And that gives me a surplus here. Oh, we have a large surplus of grain, although that'll be helping the area grow, surely. Maybe that's why the army's studied to start with, because we actually have a lot of money. Yeah, even though the army's currently stood in Rome, the province, the food in the province is going up. Okay, so we can import one more thing. Perhaps horses or cloth? We have no possible horse imports. We could import more wine. In fact, the only thing we can import is more wine. We already have a surplus, but a greater surplus would decrease army maintenance again, so sure, why not? Where are you? You're up here. Again, you're unimportant. So we'll do that. Unimportant for now. We'll get to them later. Okay, so 26 minutes into the video, I'm going to unpause. We don't currently have any claims, I don't think. Historic Wars. Sebastinius Castellani Catus talks of the Republic's military traditions. Our ancestors fought valiantly to protect the city of Romulus from our domineering neighbours. We should recall what became of these invaders. The Sabines, whose women we carried off to Rome. Etruscan king Lars Porsena, who Horatius... I'm going to have to learn Latin in order to play this game, aren't I? Or at least Latin names. Who that guy valiantly threw back from the Pons Sublicius. May they never again dare to threaten the walls. Attack is the best form of defense. Probably this one. So that puts the console's popularity and loyalty up. That gives siege ability and infantry, heavy infantry offense. That's good. Both of these increase military support and get the popularity out. What I'm guessing is... Well, you're a minor character, so you're a nobody? I don't think you hold... Alright, Catus. Catus doesn't appear to be anyone important, but he's going to get a bit of popularity by having talked about this. Obviously, we need to attack. Now, who we attack, that's a different question. So... Do we have a map mode so I can easily see who my subjects are? Opinion, no. Oh, diplomacy map mode, that's what I want. Okay, so these little guys down here and all these guys are already our subjects, so we can safely ignore them. So... Ideally, we want to go up for these guys, or we want to go after these guys, I think. The deceitful Umbrians. Gaius Junius Bublucus lumbers up to the podium to talk on the Ubri. Esteemed senators, some of you may dismiss them as little more than hill-dwelling sheep-herders, but they intervened on the side of the Samnites. Then our sworn enemies, only a few years past. They have wrestled with the Estricans for hundreds of years, yet still they stand. Can we allow such a foe to be underestimated? Umbria must submit to Rome. Rome gains the colonial Umbria territories. They lose opinion of us. Military faction gains some support. And Gaius, this guy, who is anyone important? He's from the Civic faction. He's not the leader, is he? It just says faction, Civic faction, minor character. Can't see anything in there that's like tells me anything of significance. He's going to gain some popularity. We claim the territories, Umbria loses opinion, or we could lose some popularity and Umbria likes us. No, Umbria is mine. Where is it? This is Umbria, indeed. I think we now have claims on you. Open diplomacy. The Senate disapproves. Oh yeah, I remember this. You need to make sure the senators agree in order to go to war. So, oh, I was going to pause there, but the game paused for me. Lucius, this guy here, Violans. He's got really shaggy hair and appears to be content in life. He's a minor character. He's got pretty good stats, so I like this guy already. Rome has prospered for her interests first. Oh, by placing her interests first, and the gods have sworn their love for her. We are poised to rule all Italia. If our petty disputes can be put aside and our strength rallied to the cause. If she only had the courage to seize the moment, everlasting glory and honour would be the least of her rewards. Swift strike, fabrication speed. I don't think I need that. That gives this guy some popularity and military support. Fabrication cost down. I think fabrication cost down is better here. These guys are requesting they can import our wine. As far as I remember, basically trading is always a good thing, so we'll accept that. I'm going to pause, and we're going to take another look at these guys. So, the Senate isn't quite for it. The populace are very much against it. Obviously, the military faction is for it. Now, if I hover over these, it should tell me, yeah, target is tribal, not same culture group. Faction is currently in power. If we get our ruler popularity up a little bit, that would possibly make that difference. Hold games. That would get his popularity up slowly and doesn't cost very much at all. We're also pretty much out of money at this point. Let's hold games in Roma. We also could do with probably hiring some more men. I don't know what a lot of soldiers in this is. Our little guys don't have many each. We have 12,000. We're not making a lot of money. I would like to go after these guys. Do they have any allies? Allied with those guys and Sabini. Aren't you? I thought Sabini was under me. Are they not? So my guys are... Oh, it's granting military access. We should be looking at this bit. Hard to see. Those guys, those guys, those guys, and those guys. Okay, so the Sabini aren't under me. Who are the Sabini's allies? Maybe we should go to war with them first. They are in the same, like, tri-alliance here. The Sabini also don't have many soldiers. So if we came to you and we fabricated a claim, which the Senate does approve of, then we can attack you and then go after these guys up here. So I will claim this province. Now, did that work straight away or do I have to wait for something? Okay, so that gets... Okay, let's just... we'll see if we can get to the point where we can declare war on these guys. The jealousy of the Samnites. Today, Lucius Caesar delivers a polemic against the Samnites. God, these names. Samnium once more threatens our gates, concealing their ill intentions behind Trojan platitudes. How many wars must we fight and win before they submit? How many more men, proud Romans, need die before our southern border is safe? No more, I say. The disgrace at the Caudine Forks must be cleansed once and for all with Samnite blood. Okay, so this is more claims. And the military faction gains some more power, which will help me go to war. So the Samnites are these bastards down here, and we just got claims on them. They have one ally, who is the one to their south. The Senate is so-so about this. Senate divided. How can I get this up? Just put more people in the military faction. Can I do it that way? Having a higher rule, a popularity of 80 would be great. Or just a higher prominence. I could force it through. It wouldn't. I guess that'd give me 5 tyranny. Let's try it. So we're going to get all our little guys. They're going to call in their friend. We want to take an easy to take bit. Which ones are these? I'm guessing settlement. Okay. I am not easily getting the names of these places. Campania. Ah. So, I see that. Campania is there. Most of it is Campania. Okay. In which case, Campania is the one we should go for. There we go. And we're going to get 5 tyranny because the Senate was divided about it and I still did it. Now, can we see... Okay. The 2 armies between them have less men than I do on my own. So that's definitely good. Lucius, proud son of noble Papirius, speaks in the Curia Hostilia. His tales of our ancestors' greatest victories exhort the Senate to match their achievements. Before, with twinkling eye, he delivers a heartfelt appeal to ensure our enemies never be given an opportunity to threaten the sacred republic of our ancestors. To ecstatic applause and much thrashing of togas. We gain some morale of armies. This guy gains some popularity and more military support or manpower. Manpower is not an issue right now. We'll go for morale of armies. You come and like blockade down here. Tribal Chief Potius offers friendship. Who are you? You're a minor character. You're a tribal chief of another nation. What is said nation? Oh, is it one of our subjects? Yeah, it's one of our subjects. I don't see why it's useful to be friends with him. If we disagree, if we say no, we gain more popularity and prominence. So, no, we don't need friendship. What we do need... Oh, hello. Why is this one green? Does that mean it's better? To ensure support for war, an official auspices from Jupiter Maximus, the patron of good faith and the greatest of the gods, is recommended by the Festials. Assurance of victory will hearten the soldiery. By the way, as we go through, I will read less of these. I'm just interested in reading them at the moment, because when we play like EU4, I already have seen all the events, whereas here I haven't. Assurance of victory will hearten the soldiery and buoy the people's enthusiasm. While there is no doubt that Roma will be the greatest among auguries, will be granted favourable auguries, it would not bode well if the priests return with an inconclusive or, Jove forbid, pessimistic result. Okay, political influence and loyalty. Loyalty from you. Your loyalty is already alright. So my consul could gain corruption. That guy gains more loyalty. Cool. So we can basically pay for better results from the gods. Imperative auguries were conducted on the Capitoline on the first clean morning. After a tense wait, consul receives an instructable blah 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 blah. With feigned gravity, he finally bellows, "Indicant." The smiles of the crowd. Sure, it's good. The consul gains more popularity, which is good, and the augur gains popularity, happiness, and morale up. Oh, I think it was morale recovery actually. Now, what we need here, I assume they've actually got some more men. They have, but they're still nowhere near enough to actually fight us. They have That's their capital, so can I just march straight in there? I can. Supply limit's not too high. I don't know how many men I need to siege in this game. I would have thought it's probably similar to EU. Oh, they only have 600 men in there. Roman-Sabine feud. Abduct women and shit. Got it. Claims on Sabian territories in some provinces. Where is Sabian? You. Where are you? Okay, that's actually that's not the one I was trying to get claims on anyway, is it? I'm just gonna be like, yeah, bled. I'll take over you. Now, I don't think we need this many men here. Let's... Oh, half was not what I wanted, but half will do. More claims. Rome gains more claims and military support. Oh, did the guy just split off? I think the guy just split off was the one with a general, wasn't it? Can I just give you a general? You are in charge now. Cool, even though I'm in enemy territory, I can just teleport a general in there. Some of our enemies are plotting our demise. Hypocrites, squeal of alliance, blah blah blah. Rome will not be cowed. More popularity for me. More military faction support. Aggressive expansion. They lose opinion. Or, of course we're going to say Rome will not be cowed. For indeed it will not. I'm pretty sure it's these two that the event was about. Some corruption. Yeah, because I gained that corruption, didn't I? Or we gain more corruption. His loyalty's not too bad. I'm going to go with lowering corruption and his loyalty there. I don't care about that friendship. How is our popularity now? It should be pretty... We've been getting a lot of stuff. Okay, it's 87. That's really good. That means the next time we have a war, we should be able to do it without having to force it through. There we go. Now this place is ours. I think that means not enough food, right? Yeah, we are suffering attrition. We're also under attack. And they're countering my tactic, which is not good. Are we going to get reinforced? I think we're going to get reinforced, so I'm not going to pull out. Come on, more reinforcements, please. Can I abandon the siege? I'm abandoning the siege. We want to win the battle. Come on, guys, quickly. I should have left one man on the siege. Okay, we've won the battle. That's the important thing. Ah, the Ascendants of Rome. It sounds like a good place to stop. Because I've done way too long an episode here. The efforts of our more belligerent senators have succeeded in pursuing the majority of the Curia and even the people of Roma that Tellius has. The Campus Maritus is alive with the cries of our confident soldiers, and fresh, her spies reinforce the gods are sent for war each day. The end of the recent conflict with our enemies in Etruria and Samnium has left our Republic as the strongest power on the Italian peninsula. Our victory has firmly convinced our feudatories in the value of supporting our cause and has shown other small states the value of being on our side. Roman settlers are being moved on their own accord into regions to the north and east, establishing new colonies, expecting our protection. All look to us from Samnium and Etruria to Sicily and Carthage awaiting our next move. I sing of warfare and a man of war. Okay, so we won that. That could have gone better, but we did win. I also accidentally abandoned the siege. First off, drop the heavy infantry and the cavalry. And go back to the siege. And you drop the archers and send them over there as well. Now the guys that haven't gone over there, combine and go over here to heal up. In fact, you should go to here. Inventions. We have some more money now. Are there any of these ones I care about? Some of these would definitely be helpful moving forward, but none of them help us right now. So I'm not going to get any of them. We are lacking a commander here. That can be sorted by doing that. We still have this one guy who's disloyal, but we don't care about him. And we completed our mission. Next, we need to do these things. So we have claims everywhere now. And now we need to actually use those claims, and we gain bonuses for doing them. Oh, I wonder if all those things we were getting, all the way I was supporting the military, were all from this. I bet they were. So, yeah, so we want to now go after... So we're actually attacking the Samnites right now. Cool, okay, I get how that works. So what we do want to be doing now is what we are doing, which is attacking the various people we were just like plotting against. But that will be something to do going forward. For now, I'm going to end the episode there. I hope you've enjoyed me bumbling about and not really knowing what I'm doing. That will improve as we go forward, and I hope to see you next time for another episode of Imperator Rome. Until then, I've been James Rose. Bye-bye.